So Mackenzie Shirilla, who is profiled in Netflix's The Crash, which is an enormously successful documentary. This is the woman, I would almost say girl, who killed her boyfriend and their good friend by crashing into a wall at 100 miles an hour. She was found guilty of murder. She is serving time. We have now obtained some conduct reports from the prison. And we're going to talk about some sexual misconduct allegations. But first, some interesting phone calls between Mackenzie and her mom.
Were you ever able to respond? What?
Was I able to respond to who?
That guy, your pen pal?
No, I never replied to Steven. Oh, I replied to... Oh, yeah, I replied to Kevin Zimmerman. I love him. I don't know who that is, but I love him. I don't know how old he is. I don't even really care that much. I just love him. Like, he's so fun to talk to.
Good conversationalist, for sure.
Yeah, it's like I like to message him back.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam is fun to message, too.
Right.
Who else do I like to message?
Well, Phil is fun to talk to.
Who?
Phil.
Oh, Phil? Okay, yes. It's all boys. That's so bad.
So, I mean, it sounds like, I mean, when you listen to this, you would have no idea she's in prison because, you know, she's talking about these boys or men that she's fallen in love with, people who are contacting her. By the way, this is the most unsurprising thing ever that she has developed almost a fan base. And not just because of the crash. This was a case that was pretty high profile when it was actually being tried, but the crash has brought it to a whole new level. And if you just look at people like Luigi Mangione, who gets thousands of letters from suitors, it is unsurprising that people are doing the same thing with Mackenzie. Now, there are other allegations that are made in the various records that we obtained from the prison, which include sexual misconduct.
Yeah, so we basically got a bunch of records of conduct reports, and there's a bunch of rule violations that Mackenzie has violated over her time behind bars. And that's very interesting because...
Well, one of them, we should just say, is she allegedly was showing her breast to somebody in a video call.
Correct. Which they say is a visitor, but it sounds like this is a video call because they said...
It was a video call.
She came into frame... nude is what the report says, and that right before that she had some explicit material, I think you could word it, coming out of her pants, and then, you know, things escalated.
There were also drugs where she was not prescribed certain things but had prescriptions.
Yep.
So there are rule violations. By the way, these matter because you can go back a year or so ago to the Menendez case where Eric and Lyle Menendez were up for parole, and the parole board, and I think, honestly, this was a very shady parole hearing, it's my opinion, where they were going to these pretty minor infractions, like, you know, having a cell phone, which a lot of people have, and usually they get cell phones from the prison guards. But that seemed to be one of the main reasons why they denied them parole. And those were things that had happened years before. So what she's doing now, she's going to be up for parole in 15 years. That could cost her if she's doing this.
They're going to be looking at her time behind bars. Is she a model citizen? Has she tried to better herself? What has she been doing? You know, how has she been acting? And I mean, from this list of things that she's been doing, it just doesn't sound, it sounds like she's misbehaving.
And, you know, the other thing that's going on is that the family of her boyfriend have been, you know, we had his sister on yesterday, and they're just really angry that she might even be profiting off of the crime. But they also were really railing that she has not really expressed any remorse and didn't do so even immediately after the crime and after her boyfriend was killed. Her father went on a true crime podcast, and he said something different.
Watching her watch every video, every song, every picture about that boy. There was a shrine to him in that room. Shrine. Cried herself to sleep every night. I know the trolls are going, good, she should cry herself to sleep. Ugh. She has remorse. She was 17. She's a dumb kid. She wasn't breaking up. She didn't do it on purpose. And I've asked her, did you do this on purpose? And she's going, no. And I would think if my daughter was that mad at that boy, to want to kill him that way, Davion would have never been in the car.
Right.
That makes no sense. If she was going to do that to Dom, there were guns all over that kid's house. If she was going to kill him,
Yeah, that's.
that would make more sense to me.
You know, the odd thing is, he said, my daughter absolutely did not mean to kill him. But Mackenzie, the daughter, says in the Netflix documentary that when she turned the corner before she accelerated, at that point, she just can't remember anything. So the mystery is, what was in Mackenzie's head? Because she's saying, I don't know what was in my head when I actually accelerated because I don't remember anything. So the judge was convinced that there was an intent to kill, but that is the big mystery, which I think makes this Netflix documentary so interesting.
Hi, I'm Demi in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And what stood out to me the most was how excited she was about getting all this attention from other men. Like, where are your priorities? Where's the remorse? Like, things are just like not adding up. With the gravity of everything going on, there's so many other things to worry about versus getting attention and like pen pals in jail. I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, look, she's in prison, and she's going to be in prison for at least 15 years. And at a point, you kind of adapt. And I know it sounds crazy because you're on the outside, but if you're on the inside and this becomes your day-to-day life, you try to establish kind of a world around you. So I don't know. I don't find it that surprising.